I hope this works. All right, just started. It just started. It just started. It just started. It worked. We're good to go. Wow, so people got transported over. Our viewers got transported to the new stream. Hopefully. Okay, everything seems to be working. I don't believe it. All right, let me get you guys some updates here. We are back. Everybody's saying we're back. Flawless it worked. People are saying it worked. All right, so thanks everybody else for bearing with me while I did that. It's just, I appreciate your patience. Oh, I think I owed some people thank yous from the previous broadcast. Crap. Anyways, hang on, guys. Give me 1 second. I just owe a couple people thank yous, and then I'll get to all the updates in a second. We'll do the updates. Okay, so a quick thank you to. Lord Cog, thank you for your support. If the people are still here, Gerard Green, Faye, Lisiu, Jeannie Sparks, Evan Springer, that's who I owe thank yous to. Okay, and then also our on Twitch, Maiden Footy and Notorious Rob, thank you. Table Tens. James 54. Okay. And also Joseph Fiorentino and Jeff Manji. Thank you so much. All right, let's get you updated on what's going on. Also, a quick thank you to Henrik Johansson. Thank you, Henrik. Thank you. Also, Janice McConnell. Thank you, Janice. Much appreciated. All right, before we were talking about how reportedly there was a missile shot down off the coast of Tel Aviv. Is that still being reported? Because I haven't checked in about 5 minutes because I've been dealing with getting the broadcast up again. So let me just see for a second. And also the Syria thing. Yes, the IDF said something, I believe. I believe the IDF posted about this. Yes, the IDF announces a short while ago, the IDF aerial defense array intercepted a drone, not a missile, over the Mediterranean Sea, dozens of kilometers off the coast of central Israel. Okay, so it was a drone, not a missile. But the IDF just announced that a short while ago. Again, the IDF has announced that it intercepted a drone off the coast of central Israel, which is where Tel Aviv is, dozens of kilometers, they said. Excuse me. off the coast. Hang on a moment. Sorry. I'm confusing myself. Okay, so we are updated on that. The IDF intercepted a drone dozens of kilometers off the coast of central Israel. So that's that. Okay, now the Syria thing. Now that, I don't know who launched that drone. Maybe it was the Houthis. I'll let you know if I hear more information about that. How about the Syria thing? What is the latest on the Syria attack? That might have been a targeted strike by Israel. Oh, Syria. There's more going on in Syria. Al Jazeera says a fourth wave of explosions in Damascus. Sky News Arabia says Syrian air defenses confronted enemy targets for a third time tonight in the vicinity of Damascus. Whoa, what? Hey guys, Syrian TV presenter was killed in raids on Damascus a short time ago? Whoa. I'm seeing this report that a Syrian TV presenter was killed. That's from Milad Fadi. I'll post the link. Hold on a second. I'm seeing it a couple places. He's a media personality I follow. Safa Ahmed reportedly was killed. Here, I'll post the link to Milad Fadi who posted this. So again, that's not to say she was specifically attacked. I don't know the circumstances. I am seeing so presumably these would be Israeli strikes, presumably, presumably. But I'm seeing multiple reports that a Syrian TV presenter, Safa Ahmed, was killed. And there have been 3 or 4 waves of strikes in Damascus. Hang on, folks. So, still waiting to get more details on these Syrian strikes. There have been several waves of strikes in Syria, which is next to Israel and Lebanon. Look on a map here. Israel, Lebanon, Syria, and Damascus is right here. I don't know why, if Israel is striking Syria tonight, they did it. But I mean, sometimes they do it they do it to prevent Iranian weapons from being brought into the region. They can do it to prevent Hezbollah resupply. It could have been a targeted assassination. I don't know. Syria TV says the moment a missile targeted a car in central Damascus. But there have been multiple waves. So I'm just trying to get information about what happened in Syria and why. Al Jadid News, which is a Lebanese news outlet, says the Israeli raid on Damascus led to the martyrdom of journalist Safa Ahmed. That was the person I was telling you about. If that's true, condolences to her family. Sorry, I'm trying to get more updates on the Damascus situation. I don't know anything about her. I just know she's supposedly a TV presenter. That's what I've seen reported. I can't speak to, I don't know anything about her, and I don't know the circumstances. Chandra G mentioned to me like that Jason Brodsky said there was a car that got targeted in Damascus, and it looked like a targeted killing. So Yes, Al-Manar TV, which is affiliated with Hezbollah, also says the General Authority for Radio and Television mourns the distinguished broadcaster Safa Ahmed as a martyr as a result of the treacherous Israeli aggression against the capital Damascus. That's from a Hezbollah-affiliated Al-Manar TV. But multiple strikes reported in Damascus, Syria. A quick thank you to, Tom Linton. Thank you, Tom, for your support. Thank you to Joker in Loki 1988, Cynthia Zadeh, Meta Guide, Sober Reese, Martin Gingrich, who says could have been U.S. The reporting I'm seeing have suggested Israel, but I just don't know at this point. I do not know. I'm guessing maybe we'll find out at some point. I mean, I don't know. Israel's been pretty active. I mean, they launched strikes on the Houthis yesterday. But we'll see. Xander Hatmaker. Thanks for your support, Xander. Kalija, thank you. Jeff Manji. And I want to shout out our moderators. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much to our moderators over there on Twitch. A Moment of Lovely, Big Ball of Yarn, Good Luck Duck, Idaho Star, I Got That Fire, McBritches, Sarah, Papa Bear, and Surly Dev. Thank you for modding. On Facebook, K. Larry Body, Margaret Riley, thank you. Charlotte Webb. Paul Anderson. Valerie Gale Griffin, thank you. Ronald Egnor. Ruth Krafasi is over on YouTube, and Jessica S. and Sabrina, thank you so much for modding. And Linda Belk and Larry, thank you as well on X. The Syrian Arab News Agency, which is, I think, state news in Syria, has announced the funeral of, they call her the distinguished broadcaster, Safa Ahmed Sheda, following the treacherous Israeli aggression that the capital was subjected to. That's Syrian state media. Reporting this. Syrian state media. The General Authority for Radio and Television announces the funeral of the distinguished broadcaster Safa Ahmed Sheda, following the treacherous Israeli aggression that the capital was subjected to. They're calling it Israeli, I don't know. I'll post a link to that in the chat. Again, I don't know the circumstances of that. Sky News Arabia has a post about her too. They have like a picture of her. I'll post this in the chat. Journalist Safa al-Ahmad was killed as a result of the Israeli bombing of Damascus. Yes, it is triggering Siri on my phone too. Yeah, I don't know if she was targeted or she happened to be somewhere. I have no idea. Errol also spotted those military vehicles on one of our streams about an hour ago that we showed. If you missed it, a lot of you probably know this, but in case you missed it, Israel announced that several hours ago it started conducting a ground operation in Lebanon against Hezbollah. And what it said is, Israel said, IDF troops have begun limited, localized, and targeted raids against Hezbollah terror targets in the border area of southern Lebanon. A few hours ago, the IDF began limited, localized, and targeted ground raids based on precise intelligence against Hezbollah terrorist targets and infrastructure in southern Lebanon. These targets are located in villages close to the border and pose an immediate threat to Israeli communities in northern Israel. The IDF is operating according to a methodical plan set out by the General Staff and the Northern Command, which IDF soldiers have trained and prepared for in recent months. The Israeli Air Force and the IDF artillery are supporting the ground forces with precise strikes on military targets in the area. The IDF is continuing to operate to achieve the goals of the war and is doing everything necessary to defend the citizens of Israel and return the citizens of northern Israel to their homes. Justin Bierer thinks it's beyond Israel defending itself. R.M. Gibbs says it seems like they aren't getting much resistance. Also, if you missed it, Israel did conduct some airstrikes in the southern suburb of Beirut. The one, Dahia, I think it was. That I believe it's the same one that's been attacked before. And they reportedly knocked down several buildings, destroyed several buildings in these airstrikes, powerful airstrikes. I'll get you something about that. Yeah, I know it was definitely the southern suburbs that were hit. I'm not sure exactly about where, just to be clear. I have a little reporting for you, too. Hold on a minute. Hold on a moment here. Hold on a moment. AP says Israel begins, quote, limited ground offensive against Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. Let me just show you what some of what they said. Israel ground forces moved to the southern Lebanon on early Tuesday, marking a significant escalation of an offensive against Hezbollah and opening a new front in a year-long war against its Iranian-backed adversaries. Fine. There was no word on how long the operation will last, but the army said soldiers had been training in preparing for the mission in recent months. There were no reports of direct clashes between Israeli troops and Hezbollah militants, but throughout the evening, Israeli artillery units pounded targets in southern Lebanon, and the sound of airstrikes were heard throughout Beirut. Smoke rose from the capital's southern suburbs, where Hezbollah has a strong presence, shortly after Israel ordered residents of 3 buildings to evacuate. Israel has been emboldened by its recent battlefield gains against Hezbollah and appears intent on delivering a knockout blow to its archenemy, says AP. But a ground operation marks a new and potentially risky phase of fighting. It also threatens to unleash further devastation on Lebanon, where hundreds have been killed in recent Israeli strikes and hundreds of thousands have been displaced. Backstory: Israel declared war against the Hamas militant group in the Gaza Strip after Hamas's cross-border attack on October 7th of last year that killed 1,200 Israelis and took 250 others hostage. Hezbollah began firing rockets into Israel the following day in solidarity with the Palestinian militant group. Israel and Hezbollah have exchanged fire almost every day since last October, coming close to a full-fledged war on several occasions, but stepping back from the brink. Israel says it will continue to strike Hezbollah until it is safe for displaced Israelis from the northern border communities to return to their homes. Israeli leaders say they want Hezbollah to implement the UN resolution that ended the 2006 war, which required the group to withdraw some 20 miles from the Israeli border. AP says Hezbollah has few air defenses, giving the Israeli Air Force freedom of action over Lebanon skies, but a ground operation will be much more challenging with Hezbollah forces embedded in hiding in local communities and familiar with the local terrain. Still, Hezbollah's capabilities remain unclear. It's possible Hezbollah is holding back to save resources for a bigger battle, but the militant group might also be in disarray after Israeli intelligence apparently penetrated its highest levels. Israel, says AP, has a long and bloody history in Lebanon. It briefly invaded in 1978 in a strike against Palestinian militants. It invaded again in 1982 in an operation that turned into an 18-year occupation of southern Lebanon. Also, it invaded for like a month in 2006. There was a war against Hezbollah then. Adaptive Migration Solution says, I think Iran is stumped by Israel's sophisticated attacks. J. King thinks a whole new area, tunnels, murder, holes, cameras. It's going to be a battle. Hezbollah supposedly has more tunnels than Hamas does. Thank you to Martin Gingrich. Oh, I thanked Martin before. Thank you, Martin, again. Thank you, Loki1988, for your support. Thank you, Loki, for the gift memberships. That's so nice of you. Thanks, Loki. Thanks, Randy Leahy and Resistor, for your support. Loki gave a bunch of gift memberships. Make sure you thank somebody if they give you a gift membership or gift subscription. Thanks to You Rock and Yup94. Also, thank you to thank you very much to from Argentina, I think. From Argentina. Royal from Argentina. Thanks for your support, Royal. That's very kind of you. Royal watching all the way from Argentina. There have been several strikes in Damascus, Syria tonight, possibly by Israel. I'm not sure that they were by Israel. I believe Syria has accused, Syria has accused Israel of doing it. See if I have any updates on that. N3 is in Slovenia. Apparently, among the strikes in Syria was one that hit a vehicle, perhaps a targeted strike. Syria said that a television presenter had been killed in the strikes. Also, Israel shot down a drone off the coast of central Israel, Tel Aviv-ish area, dozens of kilometers off the coast. ASPR says this is going to escalate, I hope not, into a third world war. Dubai Whips thinks it's limited, but once Hezbollah retaliates, it will expand. Thank you, William Jolly. You know, William, I haven't actually heard international commentary about an invasion after the ground operation after it has been announced. Since it has been announced. It wasn't announced that long ago. Yeah, if I see any kind of official pronunciation, I will let you know. Thank you, Yo, says, when will Iran respond? I don't know if they'll ever respond. They haven't responded to Israel killing the Hamas leader in Tehran in July yet. I have no idea. Thank you, Paul Munsell, for being a member. Some people think that Iran is scared of responding because then Israel will use that as an excuse to attack Iran. If you missed it, Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel posted like a 3-minute message today that he said, it was in English, he said it was a message to Iranian people, where he said that life could be so much better for them if it weren't for their leaders and they could make peace with Israel. And then he said during the speech, like, what did he say? Iran will be free sooner than you think. I think he said something like that, which some people interpreted as him saying he might go after Israel might go after Iran. I have no idea. Thank you, Buddy McKinley, by the way. Do people want to? Somebody said, can we watch it again? Well, I guess we can. I'll put it on the screen. I mean, not that much has been going on the video, on the feeds. I'll play it one more time for you. Thanks, Aloha Tarantula, for your support from London. Thanks for watching from London. Thanks to all of you for watching the channel. I appreciate it. Here is the message from Netanyahu today. I'm gonna turn the sound down on these things though. For a second, it's a little loud. But I don't want to turn it down completely because then we can't hear it at all. So let me just play this. Hopefully the sound is okay. There's Benjamin Netanyahu. The people of Iran should know Israel stands with you.
Leaders of Iran. I speak a lot about the leaders of Iran. Yet at this pivotal moment, I want to address you, the people of Iran. I want to do so directly, without filters, without middlemen.
Hang on a second.
Every day.
Hang on. I'm going to temporarily turn down the sound. Here we go. That should be better.
I speak a lot about the leaders of Iran. Yet at this pivotal moment, I want to address you, the people of Iran. I want to do so directly, without filters, without middlemen. Every day, you see a regime that subjugates you make fiery speeches about defending Lebanon, defending Gaza. Yet every day, that regime plunges our region deeper into darkness and deeper into war. Every day, their puppets are eliminated. Ask Muhammad Def. Ask Nasrallah. There is nowhere in the Middle East Israel cannot reach. There is nowhere we will not go to protect our people and protect our country. With every passing moment, the regime is bringing you, the noble Persian people, closer to the abyss. The vast majority of Iranians know their regime doesn't care a whit about them. If it did care, if it cared about you, it would stop wasting billions of dollars on futile wars across the Middle East. It would start improving your lives. Imagine if all the vast money the regime wasted on nuclear weapons and foreign wars were invested in your children's education, in improving your health care, in building your nation's infrastructure, water, sewage, all the other things that you need. Imagine that. But you know one simple thing. Iran's tyrants don't care about your future, but you do. When Iran is finally free, and that moment will come a lot sooner than people think, everything will be different. Our two ancient peoples, the Jewish people and the Persian people, will finally be at peace. Our two countries, Israel and Iran, will be at peace. When that day comes, the terror network that the regime built in 5 continents will be bankrupt, dismantled. Iran will thrive as never before. Global investment, massive tourism, brilliant technological innovation based on the tremendous talents that exist inside Iran. Doesn't that sound better than endless poverty, repression, and war? From Qom to Isfahan, from Shiraz to Tabriz, there are tens of millions of good and decent people with thousands of years of history behind them and a brilliant future ahead of them. Don't let a small group of fanatic theocrats crush your hopes and your dreams. You deserve better. Your children deserve better. The entire world deserves better. I know you don't support the rapists and murderers of Hamas and Hezbollah, but your leaders do. You deserve more. The people of Iran should know Israel stands with you. May we together know a future of prosperity and peace.
There you go. He also said, you know what he said during that? He said, ask Nasrallah. Wow. Ask Nasrallah. Anyways. Let me get the volume back up. Oops. What did I do? Oh, no. I did something. Hang on. I got to fix something now. Now I got to fix something. I did something I didn't want to do. Give me a moment here. I need a moment. I need a moment to fix something that I did wrong. Hang on a moment here. Let's see. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Okay, there's that. I just need a moment here. I gotta fix something. I need to do something. I did something kind of silly. Hold on. Where is that information? I have some information I need. I have to fix something. I just messed something up. And I gotta fix it. Oh, hold on. Ah, I got it. I think. Let's try this again. Is this going to work? Ah, it worked. Wonderful. Okay. I had temporarily lost this Beirut stream. So we have it up there now. What am I doing here? What is on? This up here. Thanks for your patience during that. I had to fix that. That was annoying. Whew. Okay, thanks for your patience. Hey, thanks, News for You. News for You, I think the Tel Aviv thing was, what happened is that's about the drone that was shot down dozens of miles off the coast. But I think people heard stuff in Tel Aviv. I think that's what that was about. I don't think there were separate explosions in Tel Aviv. Thank you, David Salavi. We still don't know if IDF was behind the pagers. They didn't accept any responsibility. I resent these baseless accusations. Who else has the means and the motive? Plus, there's all kinds of reporting on it. There's all kinds of reporting on it from different outlets saying that they have sources that say Israel did it. So I respectfully, David, I disagree with your skepticism on that one. Who else is going to bother to do it and be capable of doing it? Thank you to Rule. Thank you, David. I'm sorry. I just had to respectfully disagree. Now David's going to hate me. Thank you, Rule, for your support. And Lord Cog for the gift memberships and Rule for the gift memberships. Jackson Gamble. Thank you, Jackson. Jackson is unhappy with how many civilians reportedly have been killed in Gaza. Thank you also, that Michigan guy, for your support. And thank you, Vibrex, and No Name George, and Johnny Blyad, and Kude, and the Metalomaniac on Twitch. Okay, I have an update about Syria, guys. This is from Al Mayadeen about the airstrikes in Syria. Al Mayadeen, which is a Lebanese news outlet, they say, Syrian military source says that the Israeli enemy launched an air aggression today at dawn with military aircraft flying from the direction of the occupied Syrian Golan Heights, targeting a number of points in the city of Damascus. Our air defenses responded to the aggressors' missiles and drones and shot down most of them. Is that true? I don't know. Syrian military source, the Israeli aggression led to the death of 3 civilians, the injury of 9 others, and significant damage to private property. Among the dead was journalist, TV presenter Safa Ahmed. Now, I haven't heard anything from Israel on these strikes, so I certainly would think they'd be the chief, most likely suspect, but I don't know if they carried him out, what the purpose of them was. Yes, the state media, Al Jazeera says, Syrian state media says 3 people were killed and 9 others were injured as a result of the Israeli bombing on the Meza neighborhood in Damascus. Now, I'm seeing some other reporting about what might have happened. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find something. Again, I haven't heard from reporting about what Israel might have been doing with these strikes. I'm not seeing anything. The Jerusalem Post says, when asked about the reported attack in Syria, the Israeli military said it does not comment on foreign media reports. Israel has been carrying out strikes against Iran-linked targets in Syria for years, but has ramped up such raids since last year's Hamas October 7th attack. FJ, who I follow, thinks the Syrian journalist, the TV presenter who was killed, was either with someone who was the actual target or she herself was the target. Thanks, Mark Clayton, for your kind words. The screen is still messed up? How is the screen messed up? How is the screen messed up? I'm looking at it. What's wrong with it? Oh. No. Oh, I have an extra thing over here. Is that what you're talking about? This thing here? Where is this? That's it. You know what? I forgot. It's an extra Beirut. I don't need that up there right now. Yeah, sorry. That was an extra shot of Beirut. I just didn't have it labeled. Yeah, so we'll have to see how this whole ground operation things plays out. I mean, how long are they going to be there for? You know, we were talking about this earlier, but Israel right now is saying this is this ground operation is right now they're saying it's limited, localized, and targeted raids against Hezbollah terror targets. Limited, localized, and targeted. How long is it going to go on for? What's going to happen after it? Is there some other part of the ground operation we don't know about yet? I have absolutely no idea. We just don't know. We just don't know. Did they release a statement saying no occupation? No. A reporter, Barak Ravid, said an Israeli official told him that senior Israeli officials say the operation is not intended to occupy southern Lebanon. That's not an official statement. That's officials, unnamed officials he talked to not wanting to put their name to it, claiming that. So we'll have to see. I think there's clearly more to the Israeli plan, because they're saying that when they're done, it'll be safe for people in northern Israel to go back to northern Israel, and Hezbollah won't be attacking them with rockets. So there's got to be more to the plan. I don't know what the rest of the plan is, but there's got to be more to it. That's what we're going to have to see. Kinky Shepherd says plan is to bait Iran into a response. The New York Times says, here's what the New York Times says. The New York Times says that Israeli officials told them that the invasion plan involved a narrow strip of land that lines the northern side of the border. They said the invasion force consists of small groups of commandos with air and artillery cover. The plan could yet evolve into a larger invasion, the New York Times says. There are thousands of additional troops have been deployed in recent days. So keep that in mind. The Wall Street Journal says that the Biden administration is concerned about Iranian retaliation, and Israel and Washington are in touch to prepare a defense against such an attack. Some in the administration say it could be similar to the missile and drone attack of April. The Wall Street Journal says it talks about the option of Israel possibly choosing to seize and hold Lebanese territory. I have no idea if that's going to happen. A lot of you think it's going to happen. We did a poll earlier. Rule says, where is Hezbollah? I don't know how much opposition or how much Hezbollah Israel has run into in this limited ground operation so far. Thank you, Rule. They're firing rockets once in a while. Thank you, Rule, for your support. Thank you to Ten Slayer. Is the camera feed near an airport? The Beirut camera is, you can see the airport in the back on the left. I think all those lights are the airport back there. The Beirut airport. It's interesting. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but The Economist has an article, a new article out saying, after the decapitation of Hezbollah, Iran could race for a nuclear bomb. Hezbollah was used as a deterrent to keep Israel from attacking Iran's nuclear program. The Economist says, hold on. It is plausible, though not yet likely, that the supreme leader of Iran, Khamenei, might decide the only way to protect his regime, which is despised by its own citizens and vulnerable to Israeli attack, would be to seek nuclear weapons. But America and Israel have long promised that Iran would not be allowed to build a bomb. Israel, if it thinks that Iran is crossing a threshold, might attack Iranian nuclear sites, but there's no guarantee they would succeed. The Economist says that some Israeli insiders say that the facilities are too deeply buried and nuclear know-how too widely dispersed for Israel to now stop Iran's nuclear program, rather than just delaying it. And I'll have to read this article later, but that's a good question. It's called, again, you can read the article in The Economist, after the decapitation of Hezbollah, Iran could race for a nuclear bomb. Sean Rhee thinks The Economist is right. Richie MC says, what would stop the Russians or Chinese from providing Syria or Iran nuclear weapons? It's an interesting question. Off the top of my head, I'm not a nuclear expert, but Russia and China, I don't think necessarily want nuclear proliferation. I don't think they want more countries getting nuclear weapons. It certainly makes the world a much more uncertain and would seemingly dangerous place. But anyways, it's an interesting question. But I'm not going to get it. Aside from whether whether they could realistically provide it to them. I mean, could they? There's all these questions about the actual doing of it with the nuclear material and stuff. And whether it would be detected. But just would they even want to? They gave them to Belarus. No, I don't think they gave them to Belarus. I think, if anything, they might store them there, but I don't think Belarus has any control over them. Anyways. Guys, you know what? You're going to hate me. You're going to hate me, but we've been on over 13 hours, and I think there's going to be more. Call me crazy. I think there's going to be a lot more developments in this. So I think we might have hit the point where it might be better to take a little break, get a little rest. I'm sure there'll be more to cover on this. But there could be news that comes up in 2 hours I need to cover. Leave the stream up? Now, guys, I don't leave the feeds up. The only time I leave the feeds up is if there's an extreme case where I'm expecting some huge news to happen on the stream. Nothing I've seen tonight makes me think there's going to be some big news on the stream. The ground operation has been going on for hours, and we've barely seen anything. So, no, I'm not leaving the feeds up. But I think it's time. I know people are watching, but it gets to the point where I'm not much use to you, and we're going to be covering this more. So, hold on. You know, it's time. But subscribe and follow the channel. We'll be covering more developments, I'm sure. Subscribe and follow the channel. And also turn on notifications. We have a notification system. It's free. You sign up once. It's really reliable. It sends you a notification whenever we go live. Sign up for that, because you'll get that notification to let you know we're going live. Because I never know when the big news is going to happen. The mods will post the notification link in the chat. You can also find it in the description for this video on YouTube and Facebook. We set up the notification system ourselves through Discord, so it's really reliable. So sign up for that, and also I will post updates on my X account when I'm not on the air, so you can follow me there. At Lookner on X. Oops. There. At Lookner on X. Follow me there. I'll post updates there. That's where I post when I'm not live. But there's going to be more news to cover. So I think it's time for a break. And I very much appreciate you guys watching, and thanks for writing and sending me updates about the news, news tips, and letting me read your comments and questions on the air. Sorry I couldn't get to more of them, but thank you. And also, huge thanks to our moderators who are incredible. The chat rooms are super busy, really busy tonight. We couldn't even have chat rooms without our moderators. They're the ones who make it possible. So a huge, huge thanks to our moderators. Shout out to them. People like Ruth Krafasi and All of our other YouTube moderators who've been there, Sabrina, all the others I thanked earlier. Thank you. Our Twitch moderators, A Moment of Lovely, Big Ball of Yarn, Good Luck Duck, Idaho Star, I Got That Fire, Sarah, Papa Bear, Surly Dev, all of them. Our Facebook moderators too, Kay Lowry Body, Charlotte Webb, Paul Anderson, Ronald Egnor, Margaret Riley, Valerie Gail Griffin, thank you. Anyone others I'm missing? Linda Belk and Larry on X, huge thanks. Thanks so much to our moderators. And also, thanks to everybody who donated. That is really nice of you guys, really generous. You're the ones who allow this channel to exist. You're the reason I can afford to, get footage that we can show you. So I really appreciate your support for the channel. That is super nice of you. I owe a couple thank yous. Jesse James, did I thank yet? And Lynn Z, I don't think I thanked yet. Thank you. And the Metalomaniac, Who Shot JR over there on Twitch. And Twitch gave out a couple community subs. Thanks, Twitch. Tech Slug, Vibrex, thank you, everybody on Twitch. If you ever want to donate to the channel, you go to agendafree.tv, agendafree.tv. But again, thank you for letting the channel exist and supporting the channel. Also, if you, in terms of getting notified when we're going live, another good thing to do is to follow us on X, because I post on the Agenda Free TV X account whenever we're going live, and also I post like news scheduling up there, programming updates there, so you can follow at Agenda Free TV on X. And if you want to turn on the, for those YouTube viewers, if you watch on YouTube and you subscribe on YouTube, if you subscribe on YouTube, make sure you have the notifications turned on. Even if you subscribe, it doesn't turn on notifications. What you have to do on YouTube is you have to click the notifications bell and choose all notifications. So make sure you have the bell checked and all checked as well. We also do have a chat where you can chat with other viewers when we're not on the air. It's done on Discord. It's our Discord chat. It's free. The link is the same as the link to our notifications, our Discord notifications system that we set up. So check out the Discord chat. And thanks so much to our moderators over on Discord. I hope this thing, I say it every stream these days, I hope this situation settles down soon and the fighting can stop. I'm not going to sit here and think it's realistic to hope that all the Middle East problems can get solved, as nice as that would be. But at least if the fighting can get stopped soon, that would be good. We'll see what happens. But thoughts to everybody in the area who is being impacted by this. You know, a fifth of the population reportedly is displaced in Lebanon. And obviously there's tens of thousands of people displaced on both sides of the border from all the fighting. There's that too. Not to say everybody else obviously impacted by the fighting. Not to even mention that. But yes, there's that as well. I want to shout out our supporters, our subscribers on Twitch. I really appreciate them. Chi-Town Bear, for example, Wall Street and Shaggy, Holistic, Aliyat Sion. Oh, thanks, by the way, for your support. Angamarand, thank you. The Metalomaniac, thanks for subscribing. Rocky Coast, thank you for subscribing. Sarah, Deep Fried Swifty, Trillion, Real Change, Thank you again, TechSlug for the gift subscriptions. Also, True Blunts, thanks for subscribing. Thanks to Who Shot JR, Spirit of the Shadows, over there on Twitch. Much appreciated. And all of our other subscribers on Twitch, thank you. And our Facebook subscribers, thanks to you guys. Eve Richards, Lou Green, Billy Joe Drage, Margaret Riley, Kay Larry Body, Robert Rial II. All of our subscribers over there, thank you. And our YouTube members, like JP Valu, Lil Graham, Deshib, Agot Change, Marissa Pugliese, UV Lightning, Paula Faust, Steve Banfield, Evelyn V, Being John. Oops, hold on a second here. Also, thank you so much to Deborah Dwyer for your support. I really appreciate that, Deborah Dwyer. Thanks to our other members like Rob Van Roy. Thanks, Rob, for the gift memberships. I appreciate that, Rob. Winding Road, Panda 3000, Lisa Sutz, Talon, Amy, Lil Graham, Serge Deb, Jomo, Cesar Hernandez, the one and only, Nick V, Dean R, Jose Gonzalez, thanks for being members, Marg9, SC, Happy Go Lucky, Megatron, Wickedest Witch, U Rock, William, News 443, I think it was, Loki, JB, Jesse James, 60 Years on Terra Firma, RM Gibbs, Order of Red Lotus, Strategy, Doug Cahill, William Jolie, all of our other members, thank you. YouTube members. And Sunny Whitehead, Roll Tide, Holy Knight, Sir Waddles, and others. So again, I'm apologizing. I apologize to have to get off the air, but we have been on the air for a while. And I'm sure we'll be on the air again soon. But I think it's time. So we will see. The ground operation has begun. It's a limited, targeted operation right now, but how long does it go on for? What else is it? What is it followed by? We're gonna have to see. I have no idea, guys. I just don't know. I just don't know. I'm sure we'll be doing more coverage. Thanks, Nexeat, for your support as well. Thank you. All right, guys. I am wrapping this up. Thanks to all of our other viewers as well. Again, I appreciate you guys all tuning in. And we'll have more coverage. And special shout out for people watching from different countries. Oh, Diane Allworth. Thanks, Diane, for subscribing as well over there on Facebook. All right, guys. So that is it now. Thanks to people, our other viewers like Yervantello. Is that what it is? I can't even read right now. Shakalaka on Twitch and others. So that is it for now. You've been watching our live coverage of the start of the Israel ground operation against Hezbollah in Lebanon. Thank you, Luca Denunzio. Thank you, Luca, for your support. I'm sure there will be more big developments for us to cover. And if there's other big news, we will cover it as well. And I just remembered, I don't even know if we're going to cover it. There is a vice presidential debate, which is tomorrow? I don't even remember what day it is. Oh, today's Monday still. The vice presidential debate is Tuesday night. I don't even know if we're going to do a stream. I can't show it. I can't show it. So I don't even know that we're going to do a pre and post show. We might just not do it because we might be covering this instead. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to see. Okay. Anyways, Thank you again for watching. That is it for now, and we will see. And thank you again so much to our moderators, and we will see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.